and welcome to another amazing, interesting episode of Fashion Ed Still. I am so excited today. I am your host, Bethlehema Macaulay. So guys, I have this fine-looking young man here with me today, Mr. Promise Francis, the CEO, Creative Director, of Romis Couture. Mr. Promise, how are you?
Very well. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. I'm sure you guys are dying to hear all that's behind Mr. Promise and Romis Couture. Just stick with me and we'll be right back.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Welcome back. So like I said earlier, I have this man, Mr. Promise, with me here. Mr. Promise, so tell us about yourself. We'd like to know what is behind this cool, calm, and collected look. I'm very sure that there's more to you than all of this.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you once again for having me.
Thank you for being here.
I'm delighted to be here. So my name is Promise Francis. I'm the CEO director for Romis Couture. Romis Couture is actually a bespoke men's wear brand located in Nigeria,
Okay.
Port Harcourt precisely, and I believe there's a whole lot about me that you would want to be interested to know about. Romy started as a young boy who loved,
really?
who loved fashion and never thought he was going to see it and believe that it's going to become a career for him. But actually, we're here today. There are a whole lot of stories behind that actually brought us into the fashion industry, and a whole lot.
Okay,
Definitely.
so we really want to hear all of that.
Okay.
But Mr. Promise, so did you, okay, like you've already said you liked fashion, right? So how did you come about it? Was it something that came easy for you?
Yeah, it was something that it has to do with passion. Fashion has a whole lot of story to tell, so but you
Yes,
have to
true.
infuse it with your passion
Yes.
and what you want to define, what you want to see. So while growing up, I love dressing. I used to look dapper as a young guy.
Yeah, we can tell. We can see for
You know,
ourselves.
so I used to do such, but I never thought I was going to
Make it a
be
career.
fused into the fashion world today, and I actually got a career for myself, and I didn't see it to be me. It was as if someone was pushing me to do something I don't want to do. So I just found fashion very loving and comfortable.
So basically, it comes easy for you.
It comes very easy for me, and I must say prayers too. And that works for me. I don't know about other people. Prayers works for me, and that's just it.
Well, okay, so how long have you been doing this? How long has Romis Couture been, you know?
9 years.
Wow, 9 years. That's a long time. I was
Yeah.
thinking something like 4 years,
No,
5 years.
9 years.
9 years
9
is
years.
long.
Next year, 2023, is going to make Promise Couture a 10 years old brand.
Wow, that's nice. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what has it been like? What has your journey been like? For me, I kind of think that maybe the market is not very penetrable for people, and I don't know, you're practicing it. So tell me, what's it really like? How has it been for you?
It hasn't been easy, I must say, but um, You know, when it comes to fashion, you find it very difficult to find people who wants to buy,
Yes, yes.
who wants to buy what you want to offer. So for me, I used to use this slogan and say, fashion is not fashionable until you sell it.
Word.
So you have to really consider that as one of your identity that people want to portray. You know, fashion has a whole lot to tell you as a person. You know, you yourself has to be fashion.
Yes, yes. You cannot be saying you're a fashion
You
designer
know,
then.
so you cannot be.
You don't look it.
You don't look it. You must get to that situation whereby you get to a point and somebody just looks at you and tell you, "Oh, I can see you're a fashion designer." So the story has to be from you. You know, there's going to be points where people just get to know that this is what you do, this is who you are. You have no room to identify yourself. You as a person it's just showing before you. So that's just it.
Okay, so you've been here 9 years. That's really great.
Yeah.
But what challenges have you faced? For me, I feel like Nigerians have this thing with Nigerian brands. They want to, even when it's the Abba, they want to wear the Balenciaga, even if it's spelled wrongly. So it's not like we don't do our stuff. We do our stuff, but people would always want to prefer wearing a brand than. So what challenges have you faced, your brand personally, or in the fashion
I
industry?
actually have faced a whole lot. When it comes to trying to identify what people want,
Yeah.
and the big name brands that we sought after for, and you try to see somebody wants to wear a Versace, and they can't afford it.
Yeah.
It's a problem. You know, Versace is not quite cheap.
Yes, it's the real
The
Versace.
real Versace
Yeah.
is not quite cheap. So if you are thinking you want to get a Versace apparel, you should know that you must have something. So I have a problem with when you want something and you cannot pay for it.
Yes.
You rarely find people who want value for their services, but they cannot pay for it. So it is striking. I get it off my neck when you ask for something and you cannot pay for it.
They just feel like, like it's not tailor. So they have that mindset.
That's the problem. You know, the people get to see tailors to be less.
Fashion,
You know, tailors are no less. They are the ones doing the major work for you guys there. You don't understand what these guys go through to make sure that this thing comes out, but we don't see it like that. We just feel it's a simple thing and it can come out at any time. No, there's a whole lot of work infused into it. The mind has to be there. The workers have to be there. Everybody
making
on
sure
their
everything
toes,
comes out.
So I find it very difficult to try to balance when people can't afford for what they want.
Okay, so since we're talking about this and the clients, do you have like your most difficult clients, an experience with the most difficult client?
Exactly. So it's actually same line with what I was just saying. You get to find people who want something and they cannot pay for what they are telling you they want. And a lot of times I get to meet up some clients and they tell me I saw something I would like you to bring it out for me, but you're sending me stuff from a designer's outlet and I'm also a designer. I should be expressive to tell you this will suit you, this won't be okay for you. That's my problem with most of my clients. Not being able to listen to the designer,
opinion,
to your opinion, what you want to say to them. They just feel like, I like this thing. Listen, it's very
It's true,
okay,
though.
but you know, you should be able to listen to also those are part of my difficult clients I have.
It's,
And
yeah. It's just like going to a doctor and telling the doctor how to treat
come
you.
on,
Like, no, I don't want this treatment. I want a different kind of
you
treatment.
know.
So I get it.
So
So,
that's
Mr. Promise, do you design as well as sew, or how do you run your
okay.
organization?
Yes, I'm a tailor. I'm a designer, and I'm also I'm also a singer. Oh, just in case you don't know.
Yeah, that's true. He has a really nice voice, by the way.
So I design and I make the clothes sometimes myself. If it's something that my tailors can't find very easy to do, I try to put the work together to just make it out so they can follow up the collections as we produce.
So speaking of, you said something about collections. Do you have any
Okay,
collections? Maybe.
yes. Okay. So I have a new collection that I I just draft out, and we're about going to make some massive production for that collection. It's actually going to be out soon. It's tagged gossip.
Really?
Yep.
Gossip.
Yes.
So
So interesting. You want to find out more
why
about
gossip?
why gossip.
I'm definitely wanting to.
Just stay tuned for that collection. It will be out soon. You get to hear about the whole thing. Actually, I'm going to be producing out gossip with in line with my official opening in my new office. So,
So
so
there's
that's
really
it.
a lot to
There's
look
a
forward
lot
to from Mr. Promise.
exactly.
So are any of your lines here? This,
Yes.
by the way, these awesome outfits you see here are all designed and created by Mr. Promise here. So do you mind telling us a little about?
Yes. Actually, we have gossip collection right here. So we have this pieces, and it's fused with a blue. You know, blue has to do with royalty and all this thing. So you really want to know why it's gossip.
Yeah, I'm really interested in.
There's a whole lot story to be told about the collection. It's actually on the rack here, so you would want to you want to see them by yourself. Maybe by the time we're done with them, so I believe that you
I'm sure you're gonna feature us, right?
Yes,
I definitely come
definitely.
cover your show. Okay,
Definitely,
so
definitely.
Mr. Promise, what inspires you? How do you get inspiration for your designs?
Okay, yeah,
For
that's
me, I design. It's safe to say that, but it's still in my drawing book. I've not done anything with it. So like I get inspired from random stuff. I could just see something and then it just makes me think of something. So how do you get inspired?
Exactly, that works for me sometimes. You know, I get inspired by random stuff. Sometimes I see people's collections, see people's idea, and I would just want to, oh, this will work for me. Let me see what I can achieve with this particular stuff, you know, right there. And I would come up with my own idea and try to piece them together to make sure I produce out something exceptional. You know, it has to be there. So it has to be on point. It has to be me, my brand, telling you about what Raw Miss Couture is about, you know. So sometimes I find my inspiration comes through from watching videos, pictures. I can just stay and watch videos and watch pictures sometimes. I sit down and watch some shows and trends. You know, from trends you get what you want. Okay, this is a trend, and let me follow up the trend and let me make out my own stuff from it. So some inspiration comes there. I get my inspiration too from when I'm in my quiet time.
A lot of people get inspired in their quiet times.
Yes. When I'm in my quiet time, I get a lot. So in that process, I I meditate. I sing. I yes. You know, there's a whole lot of story to be told about myself when it comes to fashion and singing. There was one certain time I wanted to do a show like that, but it's coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Oh, there's a lot of coming soon with Mr. Promise.
Exactly.
Mr. Promise, well, we want to know you a little bit more personally. What would you say gets on your nerves? What's that thing that makes you tick? Like maybe your pet peeve or something?
Okay. Personally, I'm very, very cool, quiet, calm
Yeah, you look really cool, quiet, and calm.
guy, you know. So I I hate it when people get on my nerves a lot and they just feel this guy is calm and you think you can override him. You think you can double cross him or something. Maybe my 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 attitude can tell you, oh, this person is quiet, and don't worry, anything like that.
Yeah.
You could just, you know, as a Port Harcourt boy, we grew up from the street, but we were not what we
Off the
used to be.
street.
You know, so we try to be as best we can for ourselves.
So
You know.
yeah. So when making an outfit, how do you source for designs? Like, is that a whole different process? Does the outfit have to match the material? How do you source for material? Sorry.
Yes. Okay. Interesting to know that I use 5 to 6 hours to source for fabric.
5 to 6 hours. Is that one of the reasons why you be delaying the client's order now?
No. Sometimes these are some of the factors involved. There are a whole lot of unseen factors that you don't know about when producing a clothes or an outfit. You know, I use 5 to 6 hours. I spend a lot of time. A whole day I go to the market and I get to pick. So it's
Okay.
the time, just the timing. Making sure that you give your clients what they want. Being able to satisfy your clients should be one of your major priority as a designer.
Okay, so this is like my last question for you. Have you been on any fashion shows? Have you featured,
Yes, I have.
Tell me about it.
Yes, I have. I have been to Lagos Fashion Week.
Oh, really?
Yep, I've been to Lagos Fashion Week. I have showcased in Lafrique first. I have showcased in Nook International Fashion Show right here in City of Port Harcourt. There's also another one coming forth, that's the collection show. And also I have also been to Port Harcourt Fashion and Design Week. So these are some of these shows, and too many to mention, that have been privileged to showcase my designs.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Promise, for being here. Mr. Promise is indeed an interesting person. I'm very sure you want to see more of him, and you really have to check him out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. He's at Romis Couture. Thank you very much for watching. Until I come your way again next week, this remains Fashionette Still on THAF TV, and I am Bethlehem Macaulay, and this is Mr. Promise Francis. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.